Good evening, everyone. It's 28th of February, 8:24 p.m. here. It's what's day today? It's Saturday. What do you think? Who is the king of the jungle or queen of the jungle? We have been taught from our childhood days. I don't know who invented this thing that lion is the most courageous one and is the king of the jungle, and lion is queen of the jungle, whatever. King of the jungle, there is no queen of the jungle as such, but king of the jungle. I think this is the projection of a violent human mind, because in our history we have read about kings who killed people, who won wars, who were like violent. They had to kill people to rule the kingdom and to rule the people. So it was all fear based mostly. So that kind of mindset, this thought that lion is a king is from this kind of mindset, violent mindset, that what we have been taught in our history, what we have been taught by our teachers. But when you cut yourself from the people for a long time, you are in seclusion, meditating and thinking. I do vipassana and anapan. So in those moments, I think if I was not taught this way in my books, like by my teachers, or if I didn't hear it from so many people, what I would think that according to me, who is the king or queen of the jungle? To me, it's elephant. Why? Because elephant doesn't need to kill anyone to eat for food. So this organic genetic programming, it's organic machine, right? It's channeling something beautiful, some, you can say, Holy Spirit, or some positive energy that doesn't harm anyone unnecessarily for food or out of anger, doesn't harm anyone primarily. So, and elephant is so big. If there is a fight between lion and elephant, I googled it because I have not seen it myself. I googled it. Who wins? And lion usually doesn't attack elephant, big elephant. So to me, elephant, being vegetarian, being bigger, and can fight with lion and can defeat lion, to me, elephant is the king of the jungle. This is what I feel, and they're very cute. And then suddenly the thought came in my mind that this symbol, elephant symbol, this animal, these pictures are found, and there is a lot of importance to this elephant in Buddhism, and I really like Buddha's thoughts and Buddha's techniques. I am not fascinated by any religion. I'm not religious as such. I'm not a part of any religious group, but I really love Buddha's teaching, and I do vipassana. So I felt why there is importance to this animal in Buddhism. There might be many other reasons. There is a story of Bodhisattva, but that Bhagavan Buddha, Gautama the Buddha, he was in one of his previous life was elephant, and then he burnt himself rather than crushing a rabbit under his foot, and he died. And because of that kind act, noble act, he got human form. Some kind of story is there in Jatak tales. So maybe because of that, elephant is considered as God or considered as holy in Buddhism. And there are so many pictures out there. This Asoka, it's not Ashoka, it's Asoka, the king Asoka. I don't know if his real name is Asoka, because Asoka has meaning, that who is sorrowless, right? So it can be just adjective also. I didn't see that, means books I read, and Piyadasi something, Piyadasi, whatever, Asoka. So it might be an adjective. You never know it was name or just adjective. So he used the lion pictures, but before that, I saw so in history. This animal elephant was associated with Buddhism at some sculptures or paintings. I just read through some books, and this Harappa civilization was related to Buddhism, and government hides it because then Buddhism, like this tradition, Buddha's tradition, it dates back to Vedic period, and they want to propagate certain agenda that their culture, their religion was before Buddha, to show that he copied their teachings and was influenced by their teaching, which is a lie, a complete lie. But anyways, I don't want to get into that thing. I'm just telling you that never believe anything just because it's given in book, just because it's taught by so many people and teachers, and you see it on media and talked by so many people around you, unless it agrees to your own conscience and your own logic, and it satisfies your sensitivity and soul, you can say, then and emotional intelligence, then only you accept that thing, not because society tells you to do, or society thinks a certain way. It doesn't mean that it is true. To me, lion is not most courageous and king of the jungle. To me, it's elephant, because it doesn't harm anyone. Because he's the elephant, he or she, whatever. The elephant is programmed in that way, genetically programmed to channel some holy spirits. I see food chain as certain beings, animals are genetically programmed like organic machines, and they channel positive energy and destructive energy, evil energy, these carnivorous animals, and they don't have any option. Like, we can be carnivores too, we can be non-vegetarian, vegetarian too. It depends on our understanding, how much sensitive we are towards other life, how much we respect life, and what kind of food is available. That is also important. So if you are rich and every kind of food is available to you, and if you are killing animals and eating animals, I used to be that once upon a time, but I'm no more that person, because I saved some birds, and I really felt bad when I see chickens are getting, their heads are getting cut, and I really feel bad. So I decided to be, vegetarian. I have eggs sometimes, but I'm allergic to that thing. So you think this way. I feel the people who don't respect life, who don't respect other people, who don't respect creativity and life force, they do such things which are absolutely insensitive, when they do have options, like better options. And they give excuses, like health excuses. You can be healthy eating vegetarian food. Why you need that non-vegetarian? I'm not just. I was once upon a time I was non-vegetarian, but I hardly used to have, like once in a month, like that. Very, very, very rarely. But then I realized it's like that cross mind and ignorant mind that pushes you, or sometimes you're just lazy to make some other food, so you go for that. Yeah, so your choices, your likings, your thinkings and opinions, they decide whether you're a copy of society, or whether the knowledge and the opinions and thoughts that you have, they are coming from you, and they appeal to your conscience, and they appeal to your logic, emotional intelligence, and do they have practical value, and your opinions and lifestyle is based on that. That makes the real you. These all things make real you, and not what society tells you to do. Not necessarily, not everything is right that society tells you to do. So lion, I don't see him as a very powerful or courageous or king of the jungle, because it's just genetically programmed. It's just genetically programmed machine. Like these people are, you know, what making these robots and machines, and maybe they are channeling, and maybe it's hidden from media, and they are channeling evil spirits or even higher spirits. You never know, because they're programmed. And I feel it's maybe possible in future, or it may be happening now also, to channel certain energies and consciousness, life energy, evil or destructive or constructive, through machines also, semi-synthetic machines, organic and inorganic matter combined, capturing the consciousness, and maybe higher or lower, depending upon that, what kind of programming is made. So to me, the lion it's just a genetically programmed organic machine that channels the spaces, that channels destructive force, and this is how it's like destructive force. It kills and then eats. It has no option. The lion has no option. So think this way. I think this way. If it appeals to you, like, I feel you should also think this way. Even if you don't, it's not my problem. But it satisfies your being that yes, your thoughts, your actions are your own, and it's not influenced by anyone else but the reality, your own wisdom and insight that you develop through, thinking and pondering over certain things, observing real things as they are through meditation, anapana, vipassana, whatever you do. But use your own brain. I feel I like Buddha, but doesn't mean that I agree with everything of him. I think I do 99.99%, maybe 100%. But it's all because I also see things the way he saw. Now, nobody taught me that this thinking, like how I see, how I look at this jungle thing, like lion and elephant. And to me, it's not courageous, because courage is shown when you know that danger is bigger sometimes than your capability. Either you run or you fight, and it depends on the condition. If you want to save someone and you can save, showing little bit of courage, you never know. And the enemy is bigger than you physically, maybe in resources, in technology, whatever. But fighting or to take a flight. So when you choose to fight, when there is a chance to win, that's courage. But lion is physically strong, and lion knows that he can kill and eat animals who are weaker than him. To me, it's not a courage, it's not a strength, it's just a physical strength. There is no mental strength in that. It's okay that sometimes you have to run away. Unnecessary problems you don't need to have in your life by just fighting with everyone. But sometimes you have to fight for your right. Sometimes you have to fight with some people who are physically strong, using your brain, even though there is a little bit calculated risks, so that you can just save other people or yourself from evil beings, evil people, evil technology. So that's courage to me, even speaking truth, knowing sometimes that it's going to hurt people, but right people will come to you be it for work, be with job opportunities, or be with certain skills, or be it for friendship, be it for marriage also. So you just keep telling the truth in a graceful way as it is, sometimes in harsh way depending upon the people you are dealing with, what kind of mindset they do have. Sometimes people don't understand the sweet innocent language, so we have to be very harsh to them. Yes, so courage to me is when someone is a little bit stronger than us and we decide to fight. Sometimes when we see that there is a possibility that we can win, we can save people, and we can save our own selves. So lion to me, that's why, because lion is privileged to kill other animals who are weaker than him. He cannot afford to fight with elephant because it's bigger than, physically bigger than him. So if he alone fights with a bigger elephant for food, it's kind of a courage that time. But such courage, to me, it's not a courage. Destruction is not a courage for me. I feel they just channel, destructive energy, food chain. And even in my dream, I felt like the food chain, it can be broken. Maybe it can be broken. We can just create new planet with new technology, with genetic engineering, without harming species. Maybe one day we will just create species which just are dependent on light. And we don't need to kill animals. We don't even need to hurt plants. You never know. Plants are getting hurt because we just cultivate these farmlands, and then we have, the harvesting and all. It's violent activity towards plants. So you never know what plants are thinking, or whether they're thinking or not. So I feel light is the best way, and that's why to me plants are gods. So to me plants are gods because, and they channel something positive and holy energy, good energy, and we are benefited. So many beings are benefited from the plants, and they don't kill anyone. They are just dependent on 5 elements, right? They need a space, they need a light, and air, and water, and earth to grow, to have food. And they give us fruits, they give shelters to birds, and we get shade, we get oxygen. So many benefits. So to me plants are really gods to beings, and really we should stop worshipping imaginary gods, and really we should pay gratefulness and see, real God in plants. Seriously, they don't harm anyone, unless some maybe in African jungle and some other plant species. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about regular plants that we do have here. So these are my thoughts, and my thoughts are not copied from anyone. These my thoughts, like this food chain, we can just prolong our lifetime, our youth with technology, so we can accumulate our knowledge and skills, and we can observe things, and we can develop new technology, because then we die, and according to some religions, even Buddha, there is a reincarnation, and then you forget everything that you learned. So rather than going through that thing, why not to have longer years of human life and observe things using technology, and develop new technology to create a new planet, a new world system with manufacture some organic machines, like new species, new animal species, which are dependent on light, and they don't have violent genes in them. They are dependent on light, and they can channel the positive energy to grow on the path of Anapana Vipassana, and they can level up their consciousness level and purity level, and go beyond the mind matter realm. So this idea that this idea came to my mind when I was sleeping. In my dream, this thought came to my mind that I was a genetic engineer and I was, making changes like this. I had some astronaut engineering knowledge also, astronaut, yeah, some knowledge of astronomy and all. So I was trying to develop new species like this, and like these people are making robots, and some media, I don't know whether it's just rumor or it's truth, that they are creating machines to channel evil spirits. So to me, we are just organic machines, genetically programmed, and so, like, we cannot digest some food that other species eat well, and other species cannot digest the food. Like lion cannot digest fruits, and like it's food, right? So to me, I look at species also like as if they are genetically programmed by someone, some energy. And likewise, we can also, and some very wicked and evil energy created this world and food chain that is very sadistic and that is very cruel. And I don't know why people worship the god, thinking that god, and he, not she, he created the world, and it's all beautiful, and we should, just created world, such a beautiful world, and we should worship him. To me, whoever has created this planet and all the spaces and the food chain is the most evil person and most wicked and cunning person, to create illusion by putting certain beautiful things, and behind that it's all cruelty, food chain, animals killing, other animals for energy, for food. So this is so cruel. It's very cruel. That's why I don't worship anyone who has created. To me, there is someone who created some energy, some force is there, which has consciousness, higher consciousness and higher technology. They do have. They must have created this to channel negative, energies, to feed upon other species, to kill and enjoy that scene. I feel that because I just had dream about all these things. I have not learned all these things anywhere. I just dreamed this way, and I felt like, in my dream, I felt like I was genetic engineer, and I felt like creating new species, new planet, to channel holy spirits, to channel good spirits, which are dependent on light and least dependent on other elements. Least dependent, so they can be lighter elements, and they can their genes are very loving, moral, noble, and conducive to the path of dhamma, morality, good conduct. So that was my dream, because I was just watching on YouTube that these elites are making machines and semi-synthetic organic machines to channel some evil spirits. So I feel like, why I can't make, why we cannot, even if not me, why other people are not making certain machines, semi-synthetic machines, to channel higher consciousness, so that they can guide humanity with a higher intellect and higher moral code, so that we can have a better society. These are my thoughts. Yeah, and my thoughts are different from so many people, and just because I'm not blind, I don't blindly follow the crowd. I use my own insight and wisdom, and whatever I feel is right, real, rational, higher, higher in conscience and consciousness, insight, wisdom, moral, noble, that I try to adopt in my life, and that I do follow. And that's why I think my creativity is at its peak these days. And so many things I do are very new and different. Like I do, even in kitchen, I do idli dosa. And I use all kinds of dals in idli dosa, that batter that we make. I use all kinds of dals. 12-14 dals are there, but the proportion of rice and urad, it is more, to make it taste more like idli dosa, and it tastes exactly like idli dosa, even better. So you try that thing. I even tried a kamasur rice. I even tried strawberry coffee, cold coffee, strawberry cold coffee. Even you can try, from that you can try blueberries coffee, strawberry coffee, cherry coffee, any fruit you can add that you like. And this way you can gooseberry, whatever berries you do have, or fruits you do have, you just take an ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and put that coffee powder and any fruit that you like, and enjoy that thing. So many things I have made even in the kitchen that people liked, and I asked them whether you have tasted these things before, because I invented these things myself. So they were like, no, they tasted it for the first time and they liked it. So I was very happy. But I was checking the fact that if anyone's brain works like me. So I was asking that if anyone has made this before me, because I didn't see anyone. I didn't see any YouTube channel making such things. I saw chillas, thalipit and all, but not idli and dosa with so many dals. So when you are, I think, are so creative, and this creativity flourishes and flowers mostly when you are alone in seclusion with peaceful mind. Your originality shines, because individuality is not very welcome in our society. When you are different, you are labeled crazy, mad, and you're very much taunted, and it is sometimes quite depressive, because you have to face a lot of opposition even when you don't harm anyone, just by being yourself. Just like me, for wearing shorts in India, in my locality, and even being single, unmarried, without children, because I feel harmonious and happy being this way. And I don't judge other people, and I know why these desires, certain desires, are there in human mind. So let them. I know why I choose to be in certain way, because my priority is freedom and peace. And when you have certain purity of mind and higher consciousness, or insight and wisdom in you, you choose certain path. Some people be monks, some people are like me, some people who are sex obsessed and very much attached to their sexual desires and physical desires. They choose to get married and have children, because without that they are not balanced. For people like me, with that I'm not balanced, because it suffocates me. I am very much balanced without these things in my life, because I prefer freedom and peace over finding peace and happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction in other people's bodies and other people's minds, attaching them to me and attaching myself to them. I don't find any fulfillment in such kind of relationship, because I feel it's not very wholesome, it's not very secure and confident relationship. I feel it just stresses you. There are certain good moments, but eventually it stresses you. Eventually it depends what kind of desire overpowers you. Desire to be free, peaceful, or a little bit stressful and indulging in sensual pleasures and seeking pleasures in having control and shaping other people's lives. I like to shape my own life rather than shaping someone's life and not having time for myself. So that's why I choose to be single. So society doesn't respect individuality and freedom, and it has nothing to do with anyone. Like, I'm not criminal, right? I'm not murdering anyone, I'm not thieving. In fact, these people have been very abusive and stealing my opportunities. I'll make another video on that, because I'm very lazy to make videos same topic again and again, little bit addition, new things. But there are so many new things I have experienced last year. So I'll make video on that, some paranormal things also, and what these elites are doing. Again, once again, still the same shit. So try to be original, real. Yes, you copy to learn, like when you're learning dance, when you're learning language, when you're learning accent, or when you're trying to correct your pronunciations, you copy people, you follow them. But later on, once you understand that thing, once you learn certain skills and knowledge, gain knowledge, then you have your own style, and you look within how you can do it, what you can add to it, and what style you can, how you can flaunt it, like that. So yes, I'm always telling, copy to learn is good, copy to compete. Competition is never healthy. There is nothing, there is no concept like a healthy competition. There is nothing. When there is competition, there is jealousy, insecurity, and there is a violence when it goes to, cheapest level, cruelest level. So I don't like people. I don't like to have people who compete with me. Just get life and just focus on yourself. Jealous of me or even jealous of other people, I just don't. I rather be alone and happy and peaceful with my own self than being with the people who compete with me or even with others. It's just so stupid to see people competing and being jealous of each other. I just can't stand that kind of vibe and energy. So just copy to learn, don't copy to compete, and it's good for your own mental health. And then focus on yourself. If you want to be original, have some time for your own self. Do vipassana, anapan, that I have learned. It really helped me to have new creative thoughts in my music also, in my study also, in kitchen work also, in so many things. In short, my creativity right now is at peak because of my anapan and vipassana, and because I give time for my own self. I cut myself for a while, and it has been a long time. I cut myself from so many people, and all people sometimes, to look within me and to allow new ideas to come to the surface, and then I just make them happen in real life, and it's a beautiful process. So enjoy being real. Bye, good night.